The community assembly, which is an independent entity, not appointed by the mayor, not appointed by the council, would be that body, not the plan commission. But big picture, legal has reviewed this. There is no special powers because we changed the word from board to commission. It's just another way to reference the group, but their powers are delineated in this charter amendment. And so it's not an ordinance, it is actually a charter amendment and something that the citizenry will vote on if this body decides to put it on the ballot. But big picture, it does change the structure of the board. It lays out that it is an equal appointment between the two branches, legislative and executive. Each gets an equal proportion, which I think makes a lot of sense. You think about how we do it at the state level, which is a partisan process. That's the exact same thing, except instead of it being two branches of government, which is our division here, it's between parties in the government. And so we don't have parties, and for good reason, and we don't want to dabble in that. So I think it makes a ton of sense on that front. But the other pieces that it also updates is, one, this council or any council can't make any changes to the maps. Only this redistricting commission can do that. But it does provide a process where if there is a disagreement by this council, it can go back to that redistricting commission for that work. It also has very specific language around transparency. So the idea that I think is just frankly misinformation that this is going to be a backroom sort of process is completely and incredibly wrong and cannot be interpreted that way by any reading of this measure. It is very clear that all of this must be transparent and in full public view. That's very clear. And then the last part is it also creates a measure for the citizenry. If for whatever reason we see neighborhoods grow, we see parts of our community grow within that mid-decennial process, this creates a mechanism where not just the council could start a mid-decennial process, but actually the citizenry with a petition, 5%, same as their current requirements for initiatives, they could go collect signatures to start the process. It would still have to abide by all the rules of the charter and SMC, but they could kick that process off. And so I think this is a great way to create a more kind of political free process. There were some concerns about folks not being able to participate in politics. I think that's a good thing. In fact, I wrote this specifically to try and get politics out of this process as much as possible. I think we want an unbiased process, and we want to create confidence in the community that the outcome will be unbiased. So I'm grateful for the support at this point. There's been a lot of input and from the community, and I'm really grateful for it. And so happy to hopefully see this put on to a ballot tonight.
Councilmember Stratton.
I just want to thank everybody for the work that went into this, and I want to make sure that we have talked about, so this includes the February 6th ballot. So we made that change earlier.
It's February 13th.
February 13th, okay. So we've just moved it to the February 13th ballot, which is good. I would just add that the community assembly, those are representatives from every one of our neighborhoods throughout Spokane. So I think that's a good representation to have a part of this process. So thank you for your work on this.
I'm thankful for the deferral till February. I still have some concerns about community assembly because they are not appointed. Their structure does not have accountability to anyone within the system. You know, you could become a neighborhood council member, be on community assembly, and the changes going forward. So I look forward to some more engagement. I'm concerned, is that really the right place for this process to be? It's with the community assembly, but I am in full support of the deferral till the February vote on the 13th.
Thank you. Do we know if Councilmember Bingle wants to comment? No, he does not. All right, prepare to vote.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, we're good.